I first wanted to mention the instructions. They show the city of San Francisco in very good quality images, got the black instructions, and they can be a little bit difficult for some people, like beginners. I would not recommend this. For maybe older beginner would be better, but very nice instructions. And here it is. It looks very nice. First thing you probably notice is the bridge. It is the biggest thing on the build and it catches your eye quickly. I got my positives and negatives. I mean, it's not the actual color as the bridge, it's a complete different red. I did go to San Francisco and take this picture, and there's a big difference there. Another negative is that if you look over here, right here, it's not going through all the way like in the actual thing. It's kind of out more and it doesn't go across. Then on the other side, same thing, just pointing that way. This post, again, it's not through. I mean, come on, Lego, get it together here. I feel like Lego could have done it on this side. On that side, a little more work would have to be put into the build. I mean, it's not the strongest thing in the world, but it works. I mean, it is a display piece. It's just connected by that piece up there, and it's loose, so maybe a little more sturdiness would be better. Okay, moving down. Down here, where it's all together, you have this 1x1 corner piece, or as I like to call it, the pizza piece. Yeah, like a pizza. This whole build is not connected down here. This whole post is connected up here. Then on the back side, you have the clamps holding the little bendable pieces. And you can see me bend these on the build video. They do come out straight and it takes a lot of bend. I like how the person used these with the 1x1 clamp. And it does make it a lot nicer to put together. That big long post. This one and this one are basically the same, just one's taller, one's shorter. I do not like how they are put together. It's just not the best. I mean, yeah, I just broke, so. It's connected down here, and you have to push them together. And, yeah, it's just not the best in the world, sorry. Another thing I would like to add is over here, you got a section of the hills. I mean, that space is just empty. If you look underneath very carefully, you'll see that 2x2. I mean, they could have made that a 2x4 and extended the hills a little bit, but it's just a small detail and I like it the way it is. So you can see a Lego guy in the picture looking down on the Golden Gate Bridge at a high view, and you see those hills right there. I do like how the designer connected them with these clamps instead of using one of these pieces, a 1x1 tile with a knob on it, as you see right there. And it looks really nice. He also added it over here. And that's holding the bridge all together on that side and the hills on the other.
Moving on to Alcatraz.
This piece here is a 1x1 printed, and no stickers included in the set. You get 5 of them all together, 3 on Alcatraz and 2 others on a build in the city, which we'll get to that. Over here is representing the lighthouse, as you see in the picture there from a long time ago, and here is representing the water tower. For being such a small build, I like how they did the island with these little pieces here. And then the water, and you can see that in my time-lapse build, how I put that all together. I would highly suggest that you go over and see that. Over on this side, not much to see, but I like how they still added the island over here, and not just on the front side. So, very happy about that. Now to the exact opposite of Alcatraz. The Painted Ladies! I do like how they pile them up like that, even though they're not like that in real life. But you can see Lego Guy saying hi in front of them, and also saying to subscribe. I do like the pile up. They only added 4 of them, but it's good for the small space. Here's a section of my time-lapse video. I am building the second half of the Painted Ladies. I would like to point out right here how they use that 1x1 tile with a little black dot or square on it as windows. It looks really nice for being such a small build. Now if you look very carefully, you'll probably see 1 trolley. But if you look again, you see 2. Number 1 and number 2. To build these 2, they just took one of these pieces and put it down like this in between, as you can see in the build video. I made it a little slower so you could see just how I did it. Here's a little bit of a video of us going uphill, and that's the thing that I do like about this. They pay attention to just the closest details. When you look at the 2 trolleys on the set, they're going uphill, which thank you so much Lego for adding that detail. As you see the 2 trolleys here, for what they did is really nice for having it up front and up back, even though they're side to side in real life. But trolleys can also be behind each other too. While we're over here, we have the San Francisco label here. I believe this is supposed to be the Fort Point, so apologies if it's not what it's supposed to be, but what it says here is it goes all the way back to the American Civil War. It was built by the United States Army to defend San Francisco against hostile warships. This is the Coyote Tower. It is in Pioneer Park in San Francisco. So if you want to go see it, go there. Now these are just some other buildings. They don't give any certain labels. If you know the names of them, let me know in the comments. The real version of this measures at 52 stories tall. The pyramid is 48. And then the last one is 1,070 feet tall, which is 61 stories. This one here is called the Bank of America Center, or 555 California Street. Now I like the way this one is built with the grill pieces, the 1x2 grill pieces. And when you look at the back of this, when you take this off, it comes in 3 different sections. So you got the first one, which I'll take off right now. Yeah, it's just on that piece, and you put all the grill pieces 1 by 1. You can see that in my build video. On to the next one, the pyramid. Now, the Transamerica pyramid has a very flimsy top in Lego. Don't worry, not in real life. Breaking news, everyone! No, just kidding. It's got a real rubbery feel, but for a display piece, it's okay. This building right here is called the Salesforce Tower. Let's head straight to the top of this build. Now again, I like how they used the pie piece with that 1x2 tile there, and I think it looks nice. Over here, they used a roof tile piece, and they have that on all 4 sides. Just this one here is the biggest, and then on the sides, left and right, you got smaller. Down here, I want to talk about these 1x2s. They can be a little confusing when you're putting them on, so if I take them off, I can show you. So they all connect by these little holes here, and just slide in. They can be hard putting in, especially on your first one. You can mess up because you could put it up here or down here. that you have that gap. So when you put it on the first piece, warning, be careful. I did mess that up and had to do it again. For these three here being like the main thing of the city, I think they picked good. And down here being the hills, yeah, pretty good. This one here is probably the best one. These two could use a little more work. Could have added stickers here or print. Because when you look on the thing, you have black lines, which are windows, as I can show you right here. See, when you look at these two left and right, clearly they have windows. Let sunlight in. I mean, when you look at this and the red building over here, and then you look at that, you see what I'm talking about here. A little more detail would be nicer. I will have to admit this down here. I'm sorry, it's just not the cleanest thing. I mean, you don't look at the back that often, but could you just fill out the space? Add a little trolley or car or something. Right here where I'm zooming in. Just, please. I suppose you could do it by yourself. You got that stair stepper and it's just not the nicest. I love the water. I mean, look at that wave, and here's a really good detail here. You got the hills with those 1x1 roof tile pieces. And it goes all the way up to this tower here. They even gave you the bumpy roads in San Francisco. The hilly roads going up and down. Very nice. I like how they included big and small city buildings. Like a big one would be this red bank and the Fort Point. And then you got these and the painted ladies and the trolley, all city things. It's very nice. Special thanks to Barnes & Noble for making this video possible and letting me lead the LEGO event they had. I'll talk to you later, unless you click on one of the videos above. See you next time.